Nearly all of the stall holders seem to have arrived, yeah?
Aye, aye, sir. Annie and Sarah haven't arrived yet, but they should be here soon.
Oh, that's homemade cakes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, correct. This is fun, this, isn't it?
Yeah, let's hope it stays that way.
Uh-oh.
Hope he's not beginning to regret letting us use his grounds.
I don't know how you managed to persuade him. What, divine intervention?
No, I'm just hoping it stays fine.
Yes, OK. Thanks very much. Aye.
Whatever possessed me to give them permission to have a fete on my own front lawn?
Your kind heart and generous spirit, darling. And the fact you'd forgotten all about it till Tony Charlton reminded you.
What is it these clergymen have got? They rope everybody in to do the work for them. They just sit back and take the money.
You know, perhaps you should have gone into the church instead of road haulage.
I might have made a better job of it, you mean?
Oh, come on. Things will work out.
I hope so. I noted you're steering well clear of the fate.
Yeah, well, I've got far too much to do.
What about Chris and me? We're up to our eyes in work and we keep breaking off to play in tennis heats.
Nobody forced you. Anyway, you can soon solve that. Make sure you lose in the first round.
No way. What, Chris and me lose some tin pot tennis tournament with the whole of the village looking on? Come on.
Yes, well, I'm sure you've got your tactics worked out now. I always know when you two are up to something.
Sorry?
You and Chris, you've been at it for days, conspiring in quiet corners.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Just that you're both determined to play in the final, of course.
Oh, come on, Nick. I've said I'm sorry about the other night.
Look, I'm okay. Just leave it, Elsa.
Okay. You've had a face like a robber's dog for days now.
Look, you showed me up. I only told Jack and Joe off for keeping you out late, that's all. I worry about you when you're not back. Anything could have happened.
I'm big enough to look after myself.
Have I said you not? But when I know your evening class finishes at 9:30 and you don't show up, well, gone 11. How do I know you're out drinking with Jack and Joe Sugden?
I'm sorry. I really am. It wasn't their fault, honest.
Look, just let's forget about it, all right? I just felt so embarrassed at Rachel's party, saying I didn't own you. What must everybody have thought?
Would you forgive me? It won't happen again, I promise. I'll be back by 10 o'clock in future.
Look, if you're going to be late, just give me a ring. Put my mind at rest.
Do you want me to stop the evening classes? I will if that's what you want.
No, of course not. Oh, look, I'm sorry. I'm being unreasonable.
Right. How much shall we charge for these?
You must have been up half the night making this lot, especially when you're not well.
Oh, I'm okay, lad. It's just this cold. It will not shift.
Never mind. The fresh air will do you good.
Oh, don't think I'm going to the fete. In fact, I think I'll go back to bed for an hour.
But you've got to come. You've made all this lot. You've got to help me run the cake stall.
Smells good in here.
You can start loading these and be careful. We don't want them squashed.
Oh, should sell like hotcakes, this lot, Ma. Hope you save some for us.
Annie's staying at home. She's not feeling well.
Oh, don't be silly, Ma. You never miss the fete.
Well, I'm going to miss this one.
Can I expect any work out of you today or what?
What's the rush? It's Saturday.
Saturday or not, we've got a lot of work to do before we start socialising.
Beating you in this tennis final isn't socialising. One of my ambitions achieved, more like.
What? You beating me? Oh, come on, son. Anyway, you've got to make it to the final first.
Have you seen the competition? Rachel and Mark Hughes. Alan Turner. It's a sin.
You haven't been blurting anything out to Kim, eh?
Blurting what out?
You know what I'm talking about. Our little plan.
Oh, I see. Our little plan. I haven't mentioned it to anybody. Hijacking one of our own lorries must have been crazy even to have thought about it.
What? You were dead keen on the idea. You even volunteered to fix it up, remember?
I've had time to think about it since then, and I agree with you. It's a non-starter.
We need that money, Chris. The firm is finished without it.
And we'd be finished with it. We'll have to find it some other way.
Oh, I say. Anyone for tennis?
Oh, I've got to play Christopher Tate. He'll wipe the floor with me.
Never mind, love. It's all in a good cause.
It's Mark playing Alan Turner. I can't wait to see. One game, he'll be on his knees.
Who do you mean? Alan Turner or our Mark?
Yeah. You sure you're going to be all right, Mark?
Oh, get you gone, the lot of you. I'll be glad of a bit of peace.
Yes. Off you go. I'll stay and look after Annie.
Well, if you're sure. Ta-da.
Bye,
See
Joe.
you.
Bye. You don't need to stay for me, Henry. It's only a cold, for heaven's sake.
Why don't you come, Annie? Might do you good.
I've made up my mind. I'm going to settle down here with a good book.
You'll miss all the fun.
Henry, stop fussing and go.
Oh, very nice, Alan. Suppose you're leaving me here all on my own? Well, I have to put in an appearance, Caroline. This is a very important day in the life of the village.
I see. I'm not important enough to be missed, I take it. What if I get busy?
Everybody will be at home farm.
Tourist salon.
Well, look, I probably won't get beyond the third or, well, maybe the fourth round of this tournament. Then I'll keep straight back. How about that?
Third or fourth? What makes you think you'll get past the first?
If I can't beat a boy of 17 at a game in which I used to excel, it's time for me to pop my clogs.
Not going to get busy, did you say?
Leave this to me. Can I help you?
I think so, mate.
Can we talk? Why have you changed your mind? We need that cash if this business is going to survive. Unless I come up with at least 30,000 to keep the taxman sweet, we're in dead stock.
How's the business going to survive if we're both in prison?
We won't be. These guys are pros. They'll arrange that hijacking so that no one will even know that we're involved.
You've changed your mind. You weren't keen on the idea at all the other day.
No, because I thought you were.
Look, I listened to you only because I thought you had an ingenious plan to get the firm out of a financial crisis.
It is ingenious.
It's illegal, Dad. I mean, it's fun to fantasize for an hour or two, but you can't pull a stunt like that and get away with it. Come on.
I think we can.
Look, don't go on about it, Dad. The matter's closed.
It isn't.
What?
The matter is far from closed. I've gone ahead and arranged it. It's all fixed.
I'm so sorry. My assistant was a little intimidated by your appearance.
No, we're not out to cause bother, mate. We just want to know the way to Home Farm.
Well, you see, Mrs. Bates has a rather nervous disposition. Home Farm, you said?
Yeah, the fete. That's how we spend our weekends. Driving around local fairs, collecting for charity.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. That's wonderful.
Very smart, eh? Fat Boy.
You've been present.
It's the name of the bike. Fat Boy. And this one's an ultra classic.
Yes, a soft-tail custom, yeah?
Right. So you know a bit about bikes, do you? Have you got one?
Well, in my youth. And I had the use of one recently. Belonged to the young chap at Home Farm, where you're going. Very nice machine.
So, where is this Home Farm?
I could always show you.
Yeah?
If someone will give me a lift.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll just go and get my racket.
Testing. 1, 2.
It's too late. It's all fixed.
Then unfix it, Dad, because you're heading for the biggest fall of your life and you're not dragging me with you.
Christopher!
I hope he's not going far. He's got a tennis match in half an hour.
Oh, you could be head.
I beg your pardon?
Trade Descriptions Act. The sign reads as if you've made these cakes yourself.
Really?
Well, you could make a cake to save your life.
Well, Ma's going to be all right. She hasn't missed the village fete in all her life.
Oh, she's fine. Summer colds are quite common anyway.
You sure that's what it is then? Just a summer cold?
Now stop fussing.
Hey, look at him!
Sorry, sir.
Jack, I'll have nothing left to sell. Oi!
Why don't you try hijacking this lot?
Is this your idea of a joke?
Nothing to do with me.
Don't worry. We come in peace. Curate, I think you can declare this fate open now.
Alan, who are these fellas?
They're collecting for charity.
Rachel, is that you? Henry, if you come back early because of me... Who's there? Oi! How dare you! Oh! Oh!
Come on, Rachel. Hard luck, Rachel.
Well done, Chris. Well done, Chris.
Game, set, and match, Chris Tate. 3 sets to 1.
Sorry, Rachel.
Yeah, well, at least I won one set.
Chris looks determined.
He needs to be.
Congratulations. As you say, the competition was harvest.
A mere warm-up for beating you. Have you made that phone call yet?
What phone call?
To Terry Prince. I want this hijacking cancelled, Dad, or I'll do more than beat you at tennis.
Listen, Chris, it's my business and I make the decisions. If you're so dead set against the idea, then why don't you call him?
With a bit of luck, maybe he's chickened out himself. Why don't you answer it?
Home phone. Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Sugden.
What fool has parked his ruddy great motorbike here? Could have damaged my car.
I hope you're going to pick my bike up, mister.
Of course, I do seem to have been rather careless. Oh, well, of course, I'll pay for any damage. Do you want to know?
Just a donation. To charity.
This one's lovely, Henry. Very creamy.
This one's got quite a kick in it. Bit strong for you, Sam. Oh, Eric, have some cheese.
Afternoon, Henry. Dolly.
You know, in Italy, you can actually get a cheese that's crawling in maggots. Marion used to eat it all the time. An acquired taste, of course.
The cheese or the maggots?
Funny thing, when I was out there last summer, I went to a fete, similar to this one, and believe it or not, they had a stall full of English cheeses. Lancashire, Cheddar, Cheshire, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, why was that?
Something to do with town twinning, I think. I was in a place that was twinned with a town in Lancashire.
They exchange local produce. Happens all the time these days.
Oh, we could do that here. Beckendale could twin with somewhere.
Yes, I'm all in favour of that. Hop across the other side via the Channel Tunnel every other weekend.
You know, that's quite an idea.
Sorry?
Town twinning for Beckendale.
Incident reported at 12:35 by Mrs. Annie Sugden at Emmerdale Farm. Description of intruder as follows.
It's all right. It's just a wrist injury. There's nothing to worry about.
You all right, Ma?
I'm all right, I'm all right.
Whatever happened, Annie?
I told you we should never have left her.
You won't make things better by fussing.
What did the doctor say?
He said take it easy, and I've hurt my wrist, that's all.
How many was there? Did you see?
Oh, just the one. I didn't know him. Oh, Sarah, please don't leave me.
Look, Alice, this is where Daddy works. He looks after all these lovely flowers. He's a very clever daddy, isn't he?
Elsa not with you?
Oh, no, she's over at the stall.
For the moment, they're doing really well, apparently.
Nice here, isn't it? Peaceful. Never guessed all that was going on over there. You should be proud of all this, Nick. You do a good job.
Oh, I am proud of it, Kath. Who'd have thought it, eh? Me, a gardener.
And a daddy. Suit you?
Do you, not miss living here?
Yeah, a bit, I suppose. Still, let's not start all that. I'm quite happy living with you, Chucklebun, aren't I?
It's not as grand as the big house, though, is it?
I'm happy at Demdike. Got more happy memories of that place than I have of here. Anyway, I better find Tony, give him these tennis scores. By the way, don't expect me home till late. I'm going to Houghton for a meal.
Tony Charlton?
So, he's a very nice man.
What? A very, very nice man.
Well, Henry's very taken with this town twinning idea. He's thinking of setting up a committee and everything.
Oh, I really didn't mean it as a serious suggestion.
No, of course not.
We took £43. Well, not bad considering Nick grew most of them for nothing. Well, where did Sarah disappear to?
Oh, there's been a break-in up at the farm.
Oh, no. Well, nothing serious, I hope.
Well, I hope not. I'm going up later.
Can I help?
Do you mind?
Ah, Alan, my dear chap, I'm so sorry you lost in the first round. And with only a flicker of bad sportsmanship, I gather.
That's right. I'd like to draw a veil over that, if you don't mind, Henry.
Well, a great big tubby chap like you against a young sprog like Mark Hughes. You could have killed yourself, old thing.
Yeah. How is the old banger? You got it fixed, have you?
Old banger, eh? Gliding along like a dream, old chap. The gasket was a simple hiccup. And doesn't half attract the ladies. Nifty little sports car.
Little being the operative word, Nick?
Yes, but it does come in handy, though. I mean, I could offer you a lift to the Woolpack, but such a tight squeeze for you.
The Woolpack. I've forgotten all about Caroline. Eric, could I ask you a very great favour?
Where's Ma? Sarah's taken her upstairs. Try and persuade her to have a rest.
Best place for her.
Aye. She's very frightened, you know.
Well, I'm not surprised. You're lying down on the sofa, a complete stranger walks in bold as brass and starts helping themselves to your things.
Oh, she's afraid he might still be out there.
It's highly unlikely.
Well, you know that, I know that. She doesn't see it that way. She's terrified he might still be out there and come back. That's why she doesn't want to be on her own.
What do we do about that?
She's not left on her own. Well, until the initial shock has worn off.
Terrible thing, isn't it, these days, when you can't leave your front door unlocked when you're in your own house.
That's right. Emmerdale. Oh, no, Mac. Yeah, she's lying down, thanks. Yeah, she's got a bit of shock. Really? Well, that's good news. Yeah, well, thanks for letting us know. Right. Sergeant MacArthur. Apparently 3 other houses were done in the village as well. But he reckons, with Ma's description and a fingerprint they found in one of the houses, they stand a good chance of catching him.
Sit down. Where the carpet at? Relax.
You sure you're up to this, Dad? I mean, you played 3 games today already.
And won them. Hands down. Stamina, lad, that's what we old ones have got. Guts, determination, and stamina. We don't chicken out when the going gets tough.
That's a reference to the hijacking, Dad. It doesn't wash.
Oh.
Drop it. For both our sakes. Phone Terry Prince and tell him the deal's off.
You know what, son? You lack the guts just to go that little bit further. The guts to take a risk. That's why you'll always come second.
You only set it all up because you thought I was keen on the idea. The other day, you thought it was crazy. You're so stubborn, you won't admit you've made a mistake. All right, I'll make a wager. You win this match, the hijack's on. But if I win, you cancel the whole thing.
We're all ready for you, gentlemen. It's quite a crowd out there. Afraid the bulls are rather tired, though.
It's all right. I've plenty, thank you, Tony. Don't I, Dad?
He seems very confident.
He'll need to be. This is the best of 3 sets, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah. And don't forget the prize. 2 tickets for the Alhambra Theatre, Bradford. Not to be sneezed at.
It's not marked for 6, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's when something like this happens you realise that she's not as young as she used to be. She looks so vulnerable. I could have wept for her.
She'll pull through, you know, Ma.
I hope so. Makes you think, though. Maybe we shouldn't let her do so much about the farm and the house. Let her have a bit more time to herself.
You mean retire?
Sort of.
Who's going to tell her?
Well, I don't know. Thought maybe you.
Oh, no way. No, it's your idea, you tell her. I'm not getting my ears boxed for being cheeky.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Third and final set, 1 set all. Time, please.
Well, am I going to let you win this or not?
How is she?
Fast asleep. I'd better stay in case she wakes up.
We haven't told Mark or Rachel yet.
No point spoiling the day. They'll know soon enough.
Shall I make some more tea?
I'm up to here with tea.
All my fault, this, you know.
Oh, don't be daft, Henry. Couldn't be helped. It's just one of those things.
If I'd stayed here with Annie, it would never have happened.
Oh, stop fretting, Henry. She'll be fine once she's slept it off. She didn't want me to leave her. She looked petrified.
Well, if I find out who did this to her, he'll be petrified, I can tell you.
Well, one thing is obvious. Ma can't be left on her own again for a while.
Don't you worry. I'll see to that.
Another pint, Seth?
Well, I won't say no, Eddie.
Caroline, I think I'm going to have to retire early, I'm afraid.
Just you thank God you got knocked out so early. They'd have had to carry you otherwise.
Those are cruel words, Caroline. Have I passed it, do you think?
What you must ask yourself, Alan, is did you ever have it in the first place? 12 pints, was it, love?
Deuce! Advantage Frank Tay.
Match point.
Out. Game, set and match, Mr. Frank Tay.
So. It's a fair fight. The best man won.
Hey, Chris. About that other little matter. I'll phone Terry. Tell him to forget that we ever had that conversation.
You mean it?
You win that one. It was a stupid idea anyway.